This is Leah Down reporting for Spring Arbor University News, Channel 11. Today's news is going to be a little more confusing, might I say baffling. A young woman, only 19, was kidnapped from her own home by a terrorist group, the name of Symbionese Liberation Army. This young woman's name was Patty Hearst. There's no known connection as to why they took her, where they have taken her, and what their next move is. We will find answers in the near future. This is Channel 11, Leah Dalma, reporting for Spring Arbor University News. We're back, continuing the tragic mystery of Patty Hearst's kidnapping. A few months ago, this young woman was taken from her own home by the SLA. The SLA has been demanding for millions of dollars worth of food and other resources. The Hearst Corporation agreed if Patty was released unharmed. The corporation gave the resources, but Patty was strangely never released. This brings us to today. Our view of the Patty Hearst situation has been completely upside down. Let's take a look. As we can see, Patty Hearst seems to have joined this terrorist group and participating in this bank robbery. This is astounding since only a few months ago this young woman was kidnapped and most definitely mistreated by the group. This video of Patty Hearst participating in the bank robbery dramatically changes the situation, especially since this was done out of free will. This is Leah Dalma reporting for Channel 11. We'll be back with more news to come. Welcome back to Channel 11. This is Leah Dalma reporting for the Patty Hearst situation. To recap, Patty Hearst seems to be willingly joining sides with her own kidnappers. After seeing the video of her participation in the San Francisco bank robbery, since then, in April, an audio tape was also sent out to authorities with Patty Hearst declaring her alliance with the SLA by her own free will. On May 17, the Los Angeles police raided the headquarters of the SLA, killing 6 out of the 9 members. Patty Hearst and 2 other members were not found in the raid. But today, Hearst was captured in her apartment in San Francisco. She was arrested for armed robbery. Stay tuned for the conviction, which is dated in March. Today was the trial of Patty Hearst. Despite her claim of brainwashing from the group, she was found guilty and sentenced to 7 years in prison. Her claim of brainwashing trips the story of Patty Hearst again. This brings up a very rare but possible case. Stockholm Syndrome is when a hostage begins to associate their captor with positive feelings. And willingly, they begin to adopt their beliefs. It can be a sort of defense mechanism, a sort of way to cope with their situation. This view is extremely possible due to the major personality and belief changes we see in the very short time between when Patty Hearst was kidnapped and since the bank robbery. The court seemed to have found its consensus, however, with finding Patty Hearst guilty. Claiming brainwashing is a tricky defense, but it is very possible that this could be true for Patty. This seems to wrap up our story of Patty Hearst. This is Leah Dalma with the final report on the case of Patty Hearst, Channel 11. Hello, Spring Arbor University. Welcome back to Channel 11 News. This is Leah Dalma reporting She's been commuted? She's been released? She's been pardoned? Folks, the Patty Hearst story is not over yet. I've just received news that Patty Hearst has been commuted by President Carter and only spent 2 years in prison. She was also pardoned by President Clinton. Folks, this changes everything. Patty Hearst Patty Hearst's claim for brainwashing is supported by Stockholm Syndrome, and she has been pardoned for her sentencing. Her claim is that she was forced into taking these actions of supporting the group. Personally, I believe that Patty Hearst developed positive feelings for her captors. She had many opportunities to escape her situation, but she never took those opportunities. She even used armed weapons to defend her fellow members of the SLA. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 11 Spring Arbor University News. This is Leah Dama on the final report of the Patty Hearst case.